Hey y'all, it's Reagan, and today I'm going to be going over our team's policy on merits and demerits and all of the rules for our organization. But just to start off, I wanted to say if you want to go over the full details about how you can get merits and demerits, you can get on our school district's website and you can look up our JUL team's constitution, and you can get a full list of how you can get demerits and what happens. But anyway, I wanted to just start by explaining demerits, how you get them, and what happens if you do get them. So I'm also referencing the Constitution right now, so that's what I'm going to be looking at over here. So to get them, you can either wear an incorrect practice uniform, you can wear nail polish or jewelry to a performance. If you chew gum, you'll get a demerit. If you have an unexcused tardy, that's a big one, you can get a demerit. We really try to be on time with our practices and everything. We recommend getting there at least 15 minutes early. So this year our practice starts at 6:45, so I'd recommend getting there at 6:30, just in case there's a little bit of traffic or you need extra time in the locker room. For whatever reason, you have that extra time to be on time. But also, if something does happen, if you either get pulled over, you get stuck behind the train. That happens a lot here in Texas, but if that does happen, quickly email or text the coaches and tell them that you might be a few minutes late, because if that happens, they'll get it and you won't get a demerit because they get that sometimes things like that happen. So those are not permanent demerits, but you can get permanent demerits, and those include ISS, out of school suspension. If you have an unexcused absence for practice or performance, then you will get permanent demerits, and you can get up to 10 or 20 permanent demerits. And with the unexcused absence, an unexcused one counts as either just a doctor's appointment or anything that you can schedule, but an excused absence would count as either a death in the family, a family emergency, or if you were sick. Just text the coaches and let them know that you aren't going to be at practice, and they get that things like that happen sometimes and you can't be there. But the biggest thing is communicating that with them and letting them know. And another big thing in our organization is social media. Don't post anything you will regret on social media. That is such a big thing. I cannot stress that enough. It is such an important part. If it's inappropriate or negative in any way, delete it, don't post it, and don't even like or comment on anything that's negative, because the coaches can see that and you will get in trouble. And so just make sure everything you're posting is positive and uplifting for everyone. And then if you're confused about the permanent or not permanent demerit, basically if it's not permanent, that means you can work it off within 1 week of getting it. So you can work it off by doing an exercise, and so you'll have to go to practice a few minutes early, and then you ask either a dance officer or a coach to watch you do 100 kicks, 100 sit-ups, 2 minutes of jump ropes, or 3 sets of 1 minute planks, and these all will work off 1 demerit. But you do have to go to practice a little early just so you have time to do that and show them. And you also have to make sure, as soon as you get that demerit, you're working it off. Otherwise, it will become permanent after 1 week. But then a permanent demerit, you can't work off. It stays in the book forever, and there's nothing you can do because it's a serious offense. Now, let's say you get a lot of demerits. What does that mean? So 5 demerits means you're benched from a performance. So does 10, but 20 demerits means 3 weeks probation, 25, 6 weeks probation, and after 30 demerits, the directors will talk about kicking you off the team. So you really have to stay on top of working off your demerits and making sure you have a clean record. And then merits. So merits are also a very big part of this program. You can get merits for earning an A on your report card, for attending non-required school events. So let's say you go to a musical or a play, if you can show your ticket to the coaches, or you can take a picture of yourself there and show it to them, and they'll give you merits for that. If you earn Spirit Girl or Sidekick of the Week, you can get a merit. Or if the coaches just see you do a random act of kindness and observe you, and just see you standing out and being a good leader, they'll give you merits. And merits help you because at the end of the year, if you want to audition for a leadership role, you need to have at least 100 merits. And so you just have to be mindful of that and always be working towards getting a lot of merits. And also at the end of the year for banquet, there's an award for the sidekick who has the most merits. So you always want to be doing your best in practice and not earning any demerits. And we get that people are human and people will make mistakes, and that's why we give you a chance to work them off. But if you have any questions, feel free to contact me or any of the other officers. And also remember that you can get on the Jolton Constitution and look this all up. Thank you guys, bye.